Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you're a college football fan. Today I'm going to give a Florida State, NC State prediction. Now, you guys are probably thinking, well, you've already picked Florida State to beat Clemson. Why would you even talk about this game? Well, the thing is, every college football game is different. Every matchup is different, especially when every team presents different challenges and problems. You know, for example, the NC State game is at NC State. It's not in Tallahassee this year. Number two, NC State has a better defense this year than Clemson does, in my opinion. And number three, I just feel like NC State's a more complete team than Clemson in terms of offense, defense, and special teams, given how NC State has played against everybody. For this game, I think this is going to be a very competitive game. This is going to be a great game. NC State is clearly, if not top 15, definitely a top 10 caliber team. Like I said, I don't think they'll lose a game this year. The only reason they might lose to Clemson because it's at Clemson. I don't think Clemson has the defense to stop NC State's offense, and I don't think Clemson's offense is as good as it looked when it played against Wake Forest. So that's just my opinion. But because of that home, NC State might lose that game. NC State will win this game with Florida State, and I'll tell you why. Florida State's problem for me is the kicking game. They've missed quite a few field goals already this year. Let's see. They missed one against LSU. They missed two against Louisville, and probably one or two other field goals that I haven't seen. So it's going to come down to a field goal or a 1-point victory. I don't think Florida State's going to be able to get it in this game. I think Florida State's going to lose at least two games that they could win simply because the kicker can't do his job. So while this game will be competitive, it'll be about like last year. I think Florida State might have a lead at one point in this game, unlike last year's game. 20, something like that. I don't think NC State will get 35 on FSU's defense just because the defense is playing almost as good, if not better, than last year as a whole. And I don't think Florida State's going to get 35 points on NC State. They might get 31 with a field goal try. I think it's going to be where Florida State has the ball last. They're going to be right there to kick a field goal, and the kicker's going to miss it and cost them the game. That's just what I see happening. They were lucky to beat Louisville. They should have beat Louisville by 10. They ended up making it look like a comeback bigger than what it should have been. So it should have been a 41-31 victory, not 35-31. With LSU, they should have made the field goal. That way LSU would have had to do more than score a touchdown and get the extra point to take it into overtime. They would have had to score another touchdown or at least score it real quick and then get an onside kick. So the kicking game will cost Florida State. Like I said, NC State's the best team in the ACC right now on offense, defense, and special teams. They're the most complete team right now that's proven, in my opinion. They brought back basically their whole team. They got Devin Leary back. Florida State has a good offense. Their defense is pretty darn good. I think it's good enough to slow down Devin Leary. But the kicking game will make the difference. I think Florida State will lose this game on a missed field goal, wide left, wide right, like he's been doing this whole season with a lot of his kicks. So NC State wins this game. Are they that much better than Florida State? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think it's a big gap between NC State and the rest of the ACC or even Clemson. They're good enough to beat teams like Clemson. They're good enough to beat Florida State. But Florida State has to play perfect. I don't think Florida State will play perfect in this environment. So NC State wins this game probably 29-28 due to a missed field goal. NC State can win bigger. I just don't think so because I think Florida State's a better team than what they were last year. It'll be a much more competitive and fun game to watch.